Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
We're just about ready to start the final session of the Youth Nationals. Video will be up here in a second. For those of you asking out there on the chat, this session is going to be the Y3 12 and 13-year-old boys in 2 flights, up to 59, 10 lifters, 66 through super heavy, 9 lifters. The final session of Youth Nationals. Bars loaded for Odin Hansen, 27.5 kilos, 48 kilo class for Odin.
What age division are we in right now?
We are in the Y3. That is 12 and 13-year-old boys. All weight classes in 2 flights. And that was a good lift for Odin Hansen. Coming up next, Brian Marquez. He is lifting today in the 59 kilo class. He is opening his squat at 32.5.
So how's the day gone so far? Any exciting matchups?
Today was a very exciting day, especially in the women's divisions, in the 63s, in the supers, in the 57s, the 52s, and the 47s. All of those classes came down to the final attempt. It was a remarkable day, and the winners were only determined in the deadlifts. As I was here on the scoreboard today, I could see the projections in terms of what their totals were going to be, and some lifters matched each other attempt for attempt all the way to the end. So it's been a very exciting day. That was no lift for Brian Marquez. It looked like he started to squat before he got the squat command, and lifters have to wait for the command to squat at the start of it, to rack at the end of it.
That's something basic that gets even the best lifters. Forget that. You get excited. You rack the bar early.
Yes, they do. And really, when I teach coaching courses, one of the things I say to people is that novice lifters notoriously miss the commands, not because they intend to or don't know any better, but they're just so excited getting out there to lift. Sometimes the first time in front of a big crowd that they just don't do it at that time. That was a good lift for Jaden Peters at 57.5. Taylor Guerrero is up next. Weight for him will be 60 kilos. These right here are the lighter weight men. Taylor is in a 53 kilo class. Jaden was in a 48 kilo class. As you folks out there may know, in youth lifting, there are classes, weight classes below the usual classes, starting with 30 kilos, 30, 35, 40, and then they are more consistent with the other weight classes. That was a good lift for Jaden Peter, or Taylor Guerrero. Lewis Bailey is your lifter now. 65 kilos is on the bar. Brayley, it looks like. He is lifting in the 44 kilo class. Again, that is a weight class that doesn't exist for lifters older than 14 for boys, but we make accommodations for lighter lifters in the youth division.
Yep, another jumping on the rack command.
Yep, another excited lifter, easily strong enough to do that, but missed a rack command. And that was 3 red lights and no lift.
Now, when did we first start offering youth divisions?
Well, this is our 5th year of youth nationals, and we considered it before that. And one of the things we considered, and there was a lot of concern that lifters would be pushed too hard by their coaches and their parents, and obviously by themselves as well. So we considered it very deliberately. There's no equipped lifting for youth lifters because we want them to concentrate on getting it right and having the correct technique. That looks like a good lift for Dalton Lang.
Yep. I think that's a very wise decision.
It's not that at 14 they can't transition into geared lifting, but it really is a whole level of complexity that youth lifters need to master, a baseline level of strength and technique before they attempt that.
So this is the 5th youth nationals, but when did we first offer the youth division?
Well, we started it locally about 2 years before that, and
Okay.
there were people who allowed guest lifters in their meets just sort of from an exhibition standpoint prior to that as well. And that was really all part of our testing to see how it would go. That was a successful attempt for Brixton Mazels at 70 kilos. Cameron Randolph is up now, 80 kilos. That is 176 pounds. He is lifting in the 59 kilo class. Interestingly enough, youth lifting is not contested internationally. And our parent organization is really a very conservative organization in that regard. But we do have the latitude within the nations to run youth divisions, and a number of countries run youth divisions. That was a successful attempt for Cameron Randolph. Elijah Horseman is up now, 97.5 kilos. This is our final opening attempt in Flight 1. He is also lifting in the 59 kilo class. No, he's in the 53 kilo class. Comes up with it. gets 3 white lights. It's not up on the scoreboard yet.
So far everybody has gone down and come up with their attempts. Nobody opening too heavy. Just a couple command issues, which is good to see.
We really were fairly clear, and we've talked to coaches repeatedly over the years, that the objective of youth lifting really is for them to be able to make attempts rather than have them grind out attempts and miss attempts because they're really way too heavy. Obviously, you see some hard attempts in third attempt deadlifts, but that's really not the objective of youth lifting. And if you look at attempts made over across all of the youth divisions in the country, I think our open level lifters could learn something from them because they make many more attempts than the rest of the lifting population. That was Brian Marquez, 32.5 kilos.
3 white lights.
3 white lights, and he missed that on his first attempt by failing to recognize the commands and to follow them. This time he and his coach corrected that error, and he got 3 white lights. Up now, Odin Hansen, 37.5 kilos on the bar for Odin. 82 pounds. He has a little bit of an unusual twist in there.
Yep.
But nonetheless gets 3 white lights.
Bar's going up to 67.5 kilos for Jaden Peters.
There's a large contingent here from Falls Church, kind of down the road from here. Many good lifters and some medalists in the women's division today. Jaden Peters is a lifter. He's lifting 148 pounds. Jaden is lifting today in the 48 kilo class for Youth 3.
Looks to be right on the edge of depth. Let's see what the judges say.
The announcer saying the lift was good. The lights are not up yet. And it looks like that was not a good lift at 67.5. Lewis Braley is your lifter, 70 kilos. Lewis missed this on his opening attempt. Again, missed the commands.
Probably hear his coach yelling to wait.
Coach tells him to stop. He stood up with it. He didn't move and got 3 white lights this time. Taylor Guerrero is up next. 72.5 kilos for Taylor. 53 kilo class lifter, attempting 159 pounds.
50 kilo class is the start of the traditional weight classes for teens and juniors.
Taylor Guerrero. Boys slowly, Dalton on deck, Brixton in the hole.
12.5 kilo jump, is a sizable jump.
This again reflects one of the things that we wanted to happen in youth lifters, which is that they make sensible attempts, they have easy openers, and most of them get them, barring not paying attention to commands. 3 white lights, a good lift for Taylor.
Dalton Lang,
75 kilos on the bar, 165 pounds. Looking at our forecasts out at the end, Dalton is projected to be first place in the 48 kilo class. Again, these are all Youth 3 lifters.
That was easy.
Easy and very controlled, technically expert squat.
And that was a 10-kilo jump, too, for Dalton.
And it's a good lift, 2 to 1. He got one white light for down and up on the bar, maybe.
I think it was not being locked out at the top.
Brixton Mazel's 75 kilos as well, 165 pounds, 44 kilo class lifter. That would be under 97 pounds. Very deep squat and very easy squat.
See what the judges say. 3 white lights. Yeah, Cameron Randolph coming up with 87.5 kilos, 192 pounds.
7.5 kilo jump for him. First one was easy, likely to be easy as well. I think maybe a lot of open level lifters ought to be watching here to see how this is supposed to be done. 3 white lights for Cameron at 87.5 kilos. Elijah Horseman is your final second attempt in flight A, 102.5, 226 kilos. Gino announces that is 2 times his body weight.
And back home in the normal gym, this is 2 45-pound plates on each side. It's a big lift.
Good for bragging rights. Comes up with it easily. Let's see what the judges say. Waiting for the lights to come up. Gino says it's a good lift, 3 white lights. We're not seeing it here on our scoreboard.
I think we're maxing out the internet bandwidth in this ballroom.
And it was 3 white lights.
Oh, there he goes.
Moving on to third attempts. Bars loaded for Odin Hansen, 47.5 kilos. This is a 10-kilo jump. 27.5 on his first, 37.5 on his second, and 47.5 on his third.
See what the judges say, but it looks like he was a little high on that one.
Yep. And they agree. All 3 give red lights and red cards. Brian Marquez is your lifter, 50 kilos, 110 pounds for Brian.
Yeah, if you guys can see at home, underneath the big lights, there's smaller lights on the squat. If you see a big red light and a small red light, that's judge saying that they're not deep enough. If you see a blue one, it means their knees weren't locked at the beginning or the end, and yellow can be anything else.
Dipped a little bit forward with that, but came up with it nonetheless. Judges say that is a good lift, 3 white lights for him. Jaden Peters is next, 67.5 for him, 148 pounds. Jaden is in the 48-kilo class. He is projected at this moment in second place in the 48-kilo division. A lot of lifting to go, though.
Comes up close on the depth. Let's see what the judges say.
3 white lights. Jaden is from that very large crew from Wisconsin, well-coached bunch of lifters, and He missed his second attempt. He came back and got it on his third attempt, likely due to coaching input. Lewis Braley up now, 75 kilos, 165 pounds for Lewis. Lewis is from Sunnyvale, California, and he wants to shout out to his mom. Little movement there, but feet stayed on the ground. Let's see what the judges say.
Oh.
And they give him no lift for the same reason. Moving to the rack before the command. Taylor Guerrero, 75 kilos as well. You're watching the 2019 USA Powerlifting Youth Nationals. There are 67 lifters here. Taylor Guerrero is your lifter. A little bit too heavy for him, it looks like. Or he drifted out of the groove. Brixton Mazels is up now, 80 kilos, 176 pounds. A lot of these kids have people they would like to thank, and I'll try to get through them as I can. Some of them, however, didn't put in anything. And if this were an open meet, I'd probably make things up, but I won't do that for these guys.
Brixton was successful with 70 kilos and 75 kilos. Here's 80.
Very deep squat. Three white lights for Brixton. 3 for 3 in the squat.
He looks to be very well coached.
Dalton Lang is your lifter, 82.5 kilos. He's in the 48 kilo class. Projected to win the gold medal.
No more changes. Might be no more changes to your offers.
We are running down third attempt. We're about to go into squats for flight B. And he gets 3 white lights. Scared the referees, I think.
Yeah, he was excited over that. Must be a personal record.
Cameron Randolph, 92.5 kilos, 203 pounds. He is projected at the gold medal in the 59 kilo class, should the day go his way. And we have one more third attempt squat after him. Cameron comes up with that handily. Let's see what the judges say. Waiting for the lights. That was a good lift, 3 white lights. American record attempt right here, 92.5 kilos, 42.5 kilos, sorry.
I don't believe this is I think the
I
scoring
think
program
that
jumped
we
ahead.
are on the wrong lifter. I think this should be Cameron Randolph. 92.5 is what he has in there. And that's what they have loaded.
We'll cut to the scoreboard while we're getting this fixed.
Elijah Horseman, it looks like, may be the lifter now. He was not filled in the third attempts for an amount of weight. They are loading now 106 kilos.
This means it would be American record.
American record attempt, he's chipped it. 53 kilo class,
Boys, give him a round of
youth
applause.
12 and 13 years of age, American record attempt.
Elijah Horseman, American record attempt.
And that was a new American record, Elijah Horseman.
That was a good solid squat for a youth lifter.
Yes, it was. And a respectable amount of weight. Moving on to Flight B. Heath Gross is your lifter, 42.5 kilos for Heath.
All right.
Eden has some fans out there.
Flight, 94 pounds. You got Heath, Ty, and Jimmy. First three lifters, Heath, Ty, and
There's a whole bunch of people right here in the front row in front of us, Mike, all wearing matching t-shirts for this young man.
Ready, Ty?
That's a nice easy opener.
And he receives 3 white lights for it. Ty Dingus, 80 kilos on the bar for Ty. He is from Elgin, Texas. Shout out to his mom and dad for affording me the opportunity to do powerlifting. Ty lifted last year in Spokane, Washington, and he was one of the young men or the young people interviewed by the media and on the front page of the paper. 176 pound opener.
That's going to be a great opportunity for a young man. Get interviewed by a newspaper and get your picture all over it.
And be on the nightly news.
Wow.
One thing we don't have to worry about, Mike, is our youth lifters not being able to speak to the media because they did a very good job of it. And that is no lift. Looks like 1 red for depth, 1 yellow for something else. Jimmy Wright's coming up now, same weight, 80 kilos, 176. Jimmy is lifting in a 105 kilo class for men, 231 pounds and less. I think he may be just a little bit bigger than his spotting crew.
Yeah, he's a tall young man there.
Very controlled squat. Let's see what the judges say. 3 white lights,
I bet he's going to play football somewhere.
I would think. Aaron Lamastro is your lifter, 82.5 kilos for him. He is also in the 105 class.
Come on, give me a round of applause for Aaron. 182 pounds. Let's go, Aaron. Hampton is on deck, Nicholas in the hole.
Spotter's helping him with the belt. You are allowed to adjust your belt on the platform.
Yep, that's the only thing that you can change once you get out there.
That's a deep squat.
That's plenty deep enough. And easy enough. 3 white lights. Anthony Wingate is your lifter. Weight for him, 95 kilos, 209 pounds. He is from Sunnyvale, California as well. He wanted to thank his mom for all her food and love and my dad for coaching me.
So I wonder if all these kids actually write. These are the parents.
Makes you wonder.
A lot of them are thanking the parents.
3 white lights for Anthony. Coached by his dad right there, I think. Coming up now, Nicholas Sundin. 100 kilos, 220 pounds. Looking at the shirt, I would say he is from Friendship High School Powerlifting in Wisconsin as well. Easy opening attempt, 3 white lights. Logan Gillespie is up next, 110 for Logan. 242 pounds. He is in the 93 kilo class. The Adams Friendship coach is running around multiple lifters in this flight. That's 3 white lights. Jaden Miller, 142.5, 314 pound opening attempt for Jaden. He is in a 105 class as well. Gino's telling me that he's opening with an American record in the 105 class. 13-year-old young man opening his squat at 314 pounds. Question is, Mike, can we keep the football coach away?
Probably not.
Another kid bigger than his spotting crew.
Wow.
Very controlled squat, 3 white lights. Looks to be our final opening attempt here. Marcus Galinda was our lifter. He is lifting in the 93 kilo class, opening his squat. 352 pound opening attempt.
£350. That's unbelievable. And that was easy.
Well, a whole lot more in the tank there, Mike. 3 white lights. Going back to the top of the order, Heath Gross will be your lifter. 15 kilo jump from his opener to 57.5 kilos. He is from Stonewall, Louisiana, and he plays football as well.
No surprise there.
I think you predicted that first time around.
Good technique, good lift. Referees say. 3 white lights.
3 white lights. That was excellent technique, Mike. He was perfectly straight up and down, and we can see over here from this end, the bar track, it was straight as well. Ty Dingus is your lifter right now, 80 kilos. He missed this on his opening attempt. He's coming back to try it again. Was easily strong enough to get it done.
I believe he just jumped his rack command last time.
Yep. Being coached by his dad here on the side of the platform. Deep enough. Stands there. And gets 3 white lights. It's a very conservative approach. but it's always recommended that if you miss your first attempt, you should take it over to make sure you get one on the board. 85 kilos on the bar for Jimmy Wright.
Bars loaded.
187 pounds.
Yeah, I see it all the time at local meets, and if I'm around the scoring table, they want to go up after missing a command. I say, "Are you sure?" Because I've seen it too many times. People will jump up and miss their lifts and bomb out.
Very straight up and down squat right there as well. And waiting for the judges, but looked really good from here. 3 white lights. Aaron Lamastro, 90 kilos on the bar. 198 pounds for him.
Bars loaded. Aaron. One more time. Lamastro. So easy.
From Stonewall, Louisiana.
Lamastro, 198. Come on out.
Shout out to his family and his coach, Vanderberg, for taking the time to teach and train me.
I think a bunch of these lifters are sharing belts. See him walk off the platform, take it off, and give it to their teammate.
A lot of high school programs and below really don't have all the equipment that older lifters may well have, and so they do share equipment. 3 white lights for Aaron. Anthony Wingate, 102.5 for Anthony.
Seven and a half kilo jump for Anthem. Again, going for the 225, or what normally would be a 2 45-pound plates on the bar at the gym.
Coached by his dad. Very deep squat, perfectly straight up and down. And gets 3 white lights for that. Nicholas Sundin from Adams Friendship in Wisconsin. 115 on the bar for him. 253 pound. Second attempt. He's lifting in the 83 kilo class.
Just got on sale. They're only $5 each. Got a few sizes left. Stop by to get your t-shirts. Hey, Darryl, show the audience a t-shirt. Bars loaded. Bring out a t-shirt. Show them the t-shirts. Come on, Darryl.
Nicholas Sundin coming up.
Let's go, Nicholas.
Selling out the last of the meat t-shirts.
Thank you, Darryl. Oh, Sundin made that one look easy.
Good lift. 2 to 1. He got 1 red light, probably knee lock.
Yeah, blue card.
Coming up now, Logan Gillespie, 120 on the bar for Logan. He is also from Adams Friendship. Adams Friendship High School. These are obviously, or many of them, younger lifters in high school, but their high school program has 40 lifters coming to high school nationals this year.
Nice job, Logan. Nice job.
Good looking second attempt, comfortable, controlled, and 3 white lights.
Good.
Jaden Miller is up now, 155 on the bar for Jaden. He opened with an American record, I think, on his first attempt.
342 pounds.
And where is High School Nationals this year?
It's in Alexandria, right up the road from here. And Alexandria hosted the High School Nationals a number of years ago. Really great meet, huge production. If you have the opportunity, please go. As USA Powerlifting has evolved, High School Nationals originally was an equipped-only meet. It is now equipped and raw both. And we're expecting between 700 and 800 lifters at this year's high school nationals. Jaden fights his way through that one. He gets 3 white lights.
Marco's going for 170.5, American record.
375 pounds.
That's a lot of weight.
American record in the 93 kilo class. Marcus is from Houston, Texas. Texas has a huge tradition of powerlifting.
Wow.
And a number of really great squatters come out of Texas. That's a 3 white light performance and a new American record for Marcus. Heath Gross, 72.5 kilos. 15 kilo jump for him from his second to third. He's lifting today in a 72 kilo class, and he is currently projected in second place.
He's taking a 20 kilo jump here. Or I'm sorry, 15 kilo.
There's some interesting team strategies when you look at very large teams. They have a mixture of really gifted lifters they expect to win. They have other lifters who really support the team and provide additional team points. And that was a good lift for Heath Gross. He's going to be one of those guys who contributes team points for his team. Ty Dingus coming up. Final attempt in the squat at 90 kilos, 198 pounds. He is from Elgin, Texas. He's lifting today in the 74 kilo class. I may be wrong about this, but I think he was a 59 last year. He's considerably bigger and heavier this year. Goes down, comes up with it. Let's see what the judges say. And that is no lift. He misses that on depth. Not a strength issue.
Yep. I was going to say I looked a little high, but I didn't want to jinx him.
Jimmy Wright is your lifter. 95 kilos on the bar for Jimmy. 209 pounds. Jimmy Wright. Doylan, Louisiana. He's 13 years old. And he is in his first year of powerlifting. Looked like a great career ahead of him.
Yeah, he's got solid technique.
In his spare time, I don't know if he has much spare time, but he plays football, basketball, fishes, and hunts.
That's a full schedule. Does he go to school?
That's a good question. Aaron Lamastro is your lifter. 102.5, 225 pounds for Aaron. This is a 12.5 jump for him. So pretty big space between his opener and his third attempt.
Yeah, it took a conservative 7 kilo jump, and then from 1 to 2, and 12 kilos from 2 to 3.
Coaches must figure he has quite a bit more there. Yep, he has quite a bit more there. 3 white lights.
Yeah, some lifters just show up at meet day. You know,
Yep.
training, they don't look very impressive, and then switch goes off in their head, and they become amazing lifters. He might be one of those guys.
Yep, Anthony Wingate up. 110 or 242 pounds for Anthony. Sunnyvale, California.
Three white lights for Anthem.
127.5. Nicholas Sundin is your lifter. He is from Adams, Wisconsin. He wants a shout out to thanks to my bonus mom, because without her I wouldn't be this far, and thanks to my dad for supporting me through my decision to do powerlifting. We support that decision.
I think it was a wise decision.
Yep. Well-coached athlete gets 3 white lights, technically flawless.
Yeah, this is an exciting time for powerlifting. You know, a lot of opportunities for these young lifters, and you know, we're starting to have colleges offering scholarships and varsity teams at that level, and a lot more high school teams, and the future's bright.
Yes, it is. 132.5 kilos for Logan Gillespie. That's a 12.5 kilo jump for him. Adams Friendship High School powerlifting team.
Ooh, it's a little too heavy today.
Yep, it did drift out of the groove for him, and that makes it considerably harder. Next weight will be for Jaden Miller, 157.5 kilos for him, 347 pounds. You mentioned opportunities, Mike, and there was a lifter, a young lady in the last session who has a sponsor, and the sponsor is a Japanese equipment company. They're intending to fly her to Japan to lift in Japanese meets.
Wow.
Sponsored for gear and sponsored for travel. So unique opportunities out there for young lifters now. 157.5, Jaden Miller is your lifter. Fights his way through that.
Let's go! Let's go!
Coach is excited.
And no lift. He got 1 card of each, a yellow, a blue, and a red. From this standpoint, it looked like it was high, but there may have been other things as well.
Yeah, traveling is one of the great opportunities with powerlifting. I've been able to see a lot of this world because of the sport. If it wasn't for powerlifting, I probably would never have left North America.
Yep, exactly. And as you know, Mike, we have a number of opportunities coming up and a number of overseas trips. Right now, Marcus Galindo from Texas, 181 kilos. That's 399 pounds. American record attempt for Marcus.
Wow.
Stands up, looks around, not taxed by that, and 3 white lights. New American record, Marcus Galindo.
Do you ever recall a 400-pound lift at Youth Nationals?
I don't think that we have.
So that might be an all-time record for Youth Nationals. That is impressive.
So there'll be a 10-minute break before we start the bench press. You are watching the 2019 USA Powerlifting Youth Nationals. Welcome back to the 2019 USA Powerlifting Youth Nationals.
So the lifters can hear the referee because they're laying on the bench looking up at the ceiling. And there's 3 commands.
We are in the last session,
Press and
Youth
back.
3 division for boys 12 and 13 years of age. We've seen some awesome lifting so far in this session. At its peak, 181 kilo, 399 pound squat by a 13-year-old boy. I think that you open level lifters really should worry about this young man. I think he's coming for you. So getting it ready here on our scoring program. Odin Hansen lifted his first attempt at 22.5 kilos. It was a good lift. Brian Marquez is up now, same weight, 22.5 kilos. Presses the weight, and the referees say that is a good lift, 3 white lights. Jaden Peters is up now, weight for him, 25 kilos.
And that last bench that looked like it had a little uneven lockout. That's something we allow, correct?
Yes, in USA Powerlifting, while the bar can't go down, it does not have to lock evenly or even be pressed evenly. 25 kilos. Jaden Peters is your lifter.
Nice easy bench, judges say.
Good
2 to
lift,
1.
2 to 1. Jaden is from Grand Marsh, Wisconsin, lifting in a 44 kilo class. He says, I saved my cousin's life by catching my cousin from jumping out of a sled speeding down an ice hill. Taylor Guerrero, 32.5 kilos for Taylor, 71 pounds on the bar. He is from Sobieski, Wisconsin. The 920 Powerlifting Club. 3 white lights, good lift, good opener.
Wisconsin, they got that polar vortex going on right now. They must be awfully hot down here.
Yeah, and really happy to be here.
Yeah.
34 kilos is being loaded. I am presuming that this is an American record. Lewis is lifting in a 44 kilo class, but I am assuming because of the weight, this is an American record, 34 kilos. Presses it out easily, judges say. 3 white lights, good lift. 37.5 kilos for Dalton Lang. 82 pounds. He is in a 48 kilo class, 105 pounds and below.
Strong
Easy.
lockout there.
Yep, easy bench press. 3 white lights. 40 kilos for Brixton Mazels. 88 pounds.
Loaded for Brixton. 88 pounds.
Gets his commands, presses off the chest, easy lockout.
Perfect lift. 3 white lights. 47.5. Cameron Randolph is your lifter. This is 104 pounds. Cameron Randolph is from Shreveport. He says that he is a member of the National Junior Honor Society.
So not only is he strong, he's also smart.
Yes, he is. And make short work of that. 3 white lights. Elijah Horstman. He is from St. Henry, Ohio. Shout out to his mom and dad. He also thanks his friends for giving him competition to make him stronger. Elijah pushed that easily. Let's see what the judges say. Looked like he was headed toward the rack.
Yeah.
Judges agree with that. 3 red lights, yellow cards. .27.5. Jaden Peters is your lifter. Second attempts of the first flight. .60 pounds on the bar here. Fights it through. Let's see what the judges say. 3 white lights. Way to stick with it.
Jumped off the platform. He was very excited about that.
Could have been a personal record for him. Brian Marquez, same weight, 27.5 kilos for Brian.
Brian asked for the blocks to put his feet on.
Yep, you guys can probably see that on the stream. Lifters, because of their short stature, are allowed blocks to put their feet on. We have several sizes of blocks here. So far today, though, people have only used the shortest level of blocks. He fights that one through. It was a hard push. Judges say no lift. Little up and down on the bar. And
Probably his butt come up.
yep, looked like his right foot moved a little bit too. I couldn't see really what direction that was, but foot movement a little bit too. Odin Hansen is up 30 kilos or 66 pounds for him.
Odin has some fans watching on the internet. I've been participating on the chat.
Pushes that out. Good solid second attempt, 3 white lights.
Taylor Guerrero, Lewis and Mendolphin. 77 pounds for Taylor.
77 pounds, Taylor Guerrero, 53 kilo class. He is from Shreveport. In addition to his family members and his coach, he wants to thank the big man upstairs.
Smart kid.
Yep. 3 white lights. We'll take all the help we can get. Coming up next, Dalton Lang, 40 kilos on the bar, 88 pounds.
82 pounds. Dalton Lang brings it in the hole.
I think we
Lewis,
have
Lewis
Lewis.
Braley. I think. Yep, Lewis Braley, 82 pounds for him.
Just a little too heavy right there in the middle.
Stuck a little bit on him. Opened with 34 kilos, though, which could well have been an American record, but I haven't heard anything one way or the other. Now Dalton Lang, 40 kilos and 88 pounds for Dalton.
Boys loaded. Dalton Lang, 88 pounds. Come on, Dalton.
Dalton throws it up nice and smoothly, and judges give him 3 white lights.
Yep. Hard to argue with that. Easily done. 45 kilos for Brixton Maisels. 99 pounds for him. Lifting in the 44 kilo class today.
99 pounds.
This is 1 kilo more than his weight class. There used to be statistics out there, they're really pretty old, from the 70s and 80s, but it said it's 1 in 100,000 Americans can bench press their body weight. He's doing it at 13 years of age.
Oh, that's impressive.
And judges say that's a good lift, 3 white lights.
Cameron Randolph is coming up with 52.5 kilos. In the 59 kilo weight class, he might be another one on his 3rd attempt to bench his body weight.
115 pound attempt for him. He's in the 59 kilo class. A little bit of an uneven lockout, but that doesn't matter because the push was smooth, and he gets 3 white lights for that. Our final 2nd attempt is Elijah Horstman. He missed his opening attempt on technical matters, jumped up 2.5 kilos to keep with his game plan, I suspect. 132 pound 2nd attempt.
Does he have any competition, or is he? Can't really tell with this.
He is in 1st place. He has 1 lifter he's going against. But if he gets this attempt, he is in command of this class, I think.
And he gets the 3 white lights.
Yes, he does. He's on the board and really has a pretty commanding lead in the 53 kilo class. 3rd attempts, bench press, Brian Marquez. He's coming back to try that 27.5 kilo bench press again. Missed it on his 2nd attempt.
See his coach instruct him to throw it off his chest, see if he gets some speed off it and carry it to lockout.
I can't find his bio right now, but he's being coached by the folks from Falls Church, who have a huge contingent of lifters here.
Stalls out on him.
28.5 for Jaden Peters. I'm assuming this must be an American record attempt.
Could be, or it's also the minimum jump.
Yeah, can't tell from here. Lifters in the youth division are allowed 1 kilo jumps in the bench press, and either this is an American record attempt or he's taken that 1 kilo increment from his opener or his 2nd at 27.5. Scoreboard doesn't show one way or the other. And Didn't get that. Stuck on his chest a little bit there. 35 kilos on the bar. Lifter is going to be Odin Hansen. He opened at 22.5 and made a 7.5 kilo jump. Significant percentage of jump to his second. He's jumping 5 more kilos to his third. Again, a significant jump of 1/6 of his last lift.
I think he just ran out a little bit of steam right there.
Yep. Triceps failed right at the end there for him, but launched off his chest easily. 37.5 for Lewis Braley. He missed this on his second attempt. He's coming back to try it again.
This is Star Command press. I thought he was going to get it there. Just
Yep, almost there. And no lift for Lewis, but he has that successful opener at 34 kilos.
that's why it's important to open really light, because you never know how you're going to feel and how your body's going to react on meet day.
Yep, you never know what the meet brings. You have to plan for everything. Hope for the best and plan for the worst. 88 pounds on the bar for Taylor Guerrero. No lift for Taylor. He has 2 successful benches though. And sitting currently on projections in second place in a 53 kilo class. 45 kilos for Dalton Lang, 99 pounds.
I always find this interesting where an athlete jumps 2.5 kilos, then 5.
It is interesting, and in this case, it looks like he does have competition. There are at least 3 people in his class, so he must be really comfortable with his first place projections right now. Try something big and make a personal record, maybe.
Let them chase after you. Wow.
Well, that was a good call. 3 white lights, 5 kilo jump was definitely the right call for him.
All right, here comes Brixton, 46 kilos, 101 pounds.
Brixton Maisels, 46 kilos. That's a 1 kilo jump, and again, we can't tell if he is shooting for a record in the 44 kilo class or if he's just making that 1 kilo increment. He did jump 5 kilos from 40 to 45 from his first to his second.
Strong press right there.
Yep, and good coaching there because he got his third attempt. He's so far only one of 2 lifters to go 3 for 3 in the bench press.
All right, Cameron, 121.3.
One of the things you introduce, Mike, when you have smaller increments available is you leave open the possibility that you'll be 1 kilo ahead at the end. And in a deadlift, you can only take 2.5 kilo increments. So that significantly changes the complexion. If you're ahead by 1 kilo, it makes them have to make a bigger jump.
Absolutely. That's a old coaching trick if you're going for a record in a squat or a bench. Sometimes you just go for that extra half kilo where you can.
Cameron Randolph attempted 55, didn't get it this time. He has a successful 52.5 bench though. Final bench press in this group, Elijah Horstman, 62.5 kilos for Elijah. He is one of those lifters who chipped the record, and so he is projected at 276 kilos, making it a number that, if anyone were close, would be difficult to break. blows that up. 3 white lights and a good call. That looked like a maximum attempt for today. Moving right on to Flight B. Heath Gross, 27.5 kilos for Heath.
No more changes. Lift this on the next play. No more changes. You're over.
Some decently heavy openers in this next flight too.
Yes, there are. And there are several contested classes here. Some of them are close enough, so we'll see what happens at the end. Women's competition is also often a little bit more difficult in the youth division, and we saw that again earlier today when a number of classes came down to the final deadlift. That may not happen here, despite the fact that there are really some excellent lifters lifting here today. Another thing you might see, Mike, is that there are lifters here who have set American records, and if they don't have close competition, you may see very conservative opening attempts because they're protecting that record.
Yeah. It's a strategy I've seen even the elite lifters use, like Blaine Sumner. Open up raw on the bench after squatting a world record or American record.
Right. So I'm thinking we're going to see some of that here as well.
So the other strategy too is, you know, lifters can change their openers once, and sometimes if you have some savvy coaches, they'll put in some bogus openers into the program.
And they may do that either one direction or the other.
Yep.
And what it often does is, if there's close competition, it pulls their competitors off of their game. That looked like an easy opener, and it was. 3 white lights. Heath Gross. Ty Dinges is up now, 40 kilos on the bar for Ty, 88 pounds. He is lifting in the 74 kilo class. He is projected at this moment in first place in the 74 kilo class. Ty does a lot of his lifting at home with his family, and he lifts in what they refer to as the Dinges Dungeon.
Another easy, strong opener, rewarded with 3 white lights.
Aaron Lamastro, 42.5 kilos for Aaron, lifting today in the 74 kilo class. Sorry, the 105 kilo class. Been a little bit of a long day. The lines are all running together just a little bit.
This meet basically doubled in size from last year. Isn't that correct?
Yep, a little bit more than double.
Wow.
And one of the reasons for that, and one of the reasons we wanted to put it here on the Gulf Coast somewhere, is that the majority of our youth lifters in the United States are in this part of the country. So we wanted to obviously have a larger meet, build a program, 3 white lights there. But we also wanted to give lifters the opportunity down here who hadn't been to nationals and to build their team so that they would come back in the future for us.
It was Colorado for 2 years, California, then Washington.
Yes, it was.
So It's the first time it's east of the Mississippi. Or no, we're actually west, aren't we?
Just barely west. The Mississippi is just right over there. Jimmy Wright lifting 45 kilos, 99 pounds for him, and that was definitely an opener. 3 white lights.
So this meet still hasn't been east of the Mississippi.
No, it hasn't.
We'll have to fix that sometime soon.
Well, we have people pitching for east of the Mississippi. We haven't selected a location for next year's meet, so we're open to offers. We'd like to keep it in this part of the country, I think, somewhere between Texas and Florida. And that was a good lift. Logan Gillespie from Adams Friendship Powerlifting Team. Anthony Wingate, 50 kilos on the bar for him, 110 pounds as well. 66 kilo lifter from Sunnyvale, California.
Another easier opener.
Yes, it was. Very long arms for a good bench presser. And look for him to develop into a great deadlifter in the future.
I would suspect you're right on that one.
Marcus Galindo is up. This is the young man who set the American record, 181 kilos in the squat. Not all squatters are great bench pressers, but we'll see here after this attempt. As we said, Mike, he may well be protecting that American record by opening with something that is incredibly easy. Yep, that was incredibly easy.
So it looked pretty easy. We'll see where he goes from here.
Yep, 3 white lights on that. Clearly in command here. Nicholas Sundin from Adams Friendship, 75 kilos on the bar for him. One of the things you see, Mike, in youth lifting, they're often really great squatters and deadlifters, and sometimes a little bit more maturity is necessary to get their bench up there with the teenage lifters. So we'll see if the next couple of years for some of these young men really makes a difference in terms of what they're pressing.
165.3 for Nick. The lift is good.
And that was a good lift, 3 white lights as well.
Well, if you're going to choose an area to train to be a better powerlifter, you definitely want to work on your back and your legs. So you got two lower body lifts.
Those are things that are also applicable to a lot of other sports, and a number of football programs include things that look like deadlifting, maybe doing power cleans, squatting, things that directly benefit football. So this is 75 kilos for Jaden Miller. Easily presses it out. Judges say that is. Gino says it's good, and the lights follow, 3 white lights. Backing up to the top of the order, second round, 35 kilos on the bar. Heath Gross is your lifter.
That's what I like to see, all green on the openers in that flight.
Yep, no missed attempts, no missed plans. Everybody's on the board so far. I don't want to jinx us, but we have had no bomb outs in this meet. In the first 2 sessions, everybody got in at least 1 attempt. That's what we really like to see in youth lifting. I think he went up so fast he about fell off the side of the bench. 45 kilos on the bar for Ty Dingus. 5 kilo jump from his first to his second. Very good lift technically. 3 white lights. You can see that he's well coached, Mike. His hands were out as far as they could go. When the bar touched his chest, the angles we're looking at among elite lifters for bench pressing, those are things that Ty showed right there. Coming up now, Aaron Lamasto, 52.5 kilos for him.
It was a
Good
10
lift for
kilo jump.
115-pound lift. Jimmy Wright is up now. Weight for him is also 52.5 kilos. That was 115 pounds, that's right. Jimmy Wright is your lifter. We have 6 more second attempts, go right into thirds from there, and wrap up the bench press for the 2009 USA Powerlifting Youth Nationals. Shout out again to our presenting sponsor, SBD. They are a national sponsor of USA Powerlifting, but are specifically the presenting sponsor for this competition.
Jimmy brought that weight down fast and locked it out smoothly.
3 white lights. The late Dr. Fred Hatfield was a proponent of very quick descents in the bench press. He said that if you descend quickly enough, you get rebound out of your muscles and it launches it off your chest. It certainly looked like it on that last attempt. 53 kilos here right now for Logan Gillespie. The only way to get there from here is an American record, I think.
Nice easy lockout.
3 white lights. Yeah, that was Anthony Wingate. Now it's Logan Gillespie. 55 kilos on the bar for him. 121-pound bench press attempt on his second.
121.3 pounds, Logan Gillespie. Denmark is Ben Nicholas, Ben Shady, bars loaded. Come on, give me a round of applause for Logan. Logan likes the heavy metal.
Gino says he likes the heavy metal. In the background, you guys can't hear it. You're playing 5-finger death punch.
You get that on your cruising music, right?
What's that?
Is that on your cruising playlist? When you go for a nice easy Sunday drive?
Yep. .5 kilos on the bar, 159 pounds. Marcus Galindo is your lifter, 93-kilo lifter. Looks like he's taking a conservative route today, Mike. He opened at 65, he jumped 7.5.
And he's made every attempt so far.
Three white lights. So he is now 5 for 5. 85 kilos on the bar for Nicholas Sundin. He opened at 75. He's jumping to 85.
22-pound jump. It's a big jump here.
Pretty significant percentage of his opener.
You're not going to throw out the fractions anymore?
What's that?
You're not going to give the fractional amount?
Nope. Too late in the day. Stopped a little bit in the middle. Let's see what the judges think about that.
Looks like it'll be a good lift. What the judges say. Oh,
No lift, 2-1. There's a jury present for this meet. Coaches have the opportunity on a lift that's turned down 2-1 to protest to the jury and see if that might be overturned or get another lift. It doesn't appear that his coach is doing that, however. He's taking 85 again. And this is also 85 for Jaden Miller. Another 10-kilo jump. This one is a good one. 3 white lights. Top of the order, last round of bench presses at Youth Nationals, 42.5 kilos on the bar for Heath Gross.
Heath took consistent 7.5 kilo jumps along the way. Just a little too heavy.
Yep. That looked a little bit different than his first two, Mike. He really dropped it much higher on his chest, and that really makes it a little bit more difficult to get out of the hole. 50 kilos on the bar for Ty Dingus. Ty has made consistent 5-kilo jumps in his bench press. He's currently sitting first in the 74-kilo class. Looks like he has a pretty commanding lead as well.
Yeah, technique is everything. And you start lifting heavy weights, if you are off just a little bit and just a little bit out of the groove, and it can make a world of a difference.
That's the end of it. 50 kilos here, though, for Ty, 110 pounds. Stalled on his chest just a little bit. This is really a learning experience for these youth lifters, and just my Monday morning quarterbacking here, it looked like Ty dropped that one lower on his chest. Again, makes it hard to dig out of the hole. But I'm sure he's going to go back and talk to his dad, who's coaching him, and fix that problem. 55 on the bar for Anthony Wingate. 121 pounds for him. 66-kilo class lifter, projected at the moment in the gold medal position in the 66s.
You got a solid lift, solid plan.
And that's 6 for 6 for Anthony. In this session, there are so far only 3 other people who have done that. Jimmy Wright up now, 57.5, 126 pounds. He lifts today in the 105 class. I'm guessing that next year he's really not going to be in a 105 class.
He might be jumping a weight class or 2 every year.
It'll be interesting to see this. And he got one call. Looked like he heaved the bar a little bit off his chest, but one judge called it and 2 didn't. Good lift, 2-1. 60 kilos on the bar for Aaron Lamastro. 132 pounds.
Right at his limit right there.
Good attempt choice. Good lift, 2-1. 60 kilos remains on the bar for Logan Gillespie. He is currently sitting second in the 93-kilo class.
Here goes Logan, 132.
Makes 2 of 3 bench presses, ends at 55 kilos, missed his 60 kilo third attempt. 77.5 kilos on the bar for Marcus Galindo. 170 pounds for him. He is clearly in command in the 93 kilo class.
See what the judges say.
3 white lights. Gino called it. Nice looking bench. He's now 6 for 6 as well. 85 kilos on the bar for Nicholas Sundin. He missed this on his second attempt. He's coming back to attempt it again on his third. He is our lone 83 kilo lifter, obviously in the gold medal position, but also lifting very well today.
It's a good job. Came back to make his third attempt.
Yep, commandingly. 3 white lights there. Final bench press, 92.5, 203 pounds. Jaden Miller is your lifter. First 200-pound bench in this session.
I think it's the first 200-pound bench of the day.
I think you're right.
That was easy.
Easy attempt. Judges say good lift. You may have just seen the best bench in the competition. Benches are over. In the 2019 USA Powerlifting Youth Nationals, we'll take a 10-minute break and be back. Well, welcome back. You're watching the final deadlifts of the final session of the 2019 USA Powerlifting Youth Nationals. We have 2 more flights to go, 15-ish lifters to go to wrap up this year's edition in Lafayette, Louisiana. This has been our largest youth national so far. 67 lifters, and the bar's loaded. Odin Hansen is the first lifter, 37.5 kilos for Odin. He pulls it up, gets 3 white lights, and he is on the board in what I believe is his first youth nationals. Weight remains at 37.5 for Brian Marquez. A little bit more in the tank. He shrugged that at the top, but he receives no lift, perhaps not.
He yanked the bar off the floor before he actually pulled it.
So that was 2 bona fide attempts rather than 1. He'll come back and get that. He's plenty strong.
Yep.
65 kilos on the bar for Jaden Peters. Meet's not over till the bar hits the floor. And we will see some changes of position, no doubt. We'll see lifters beating their own personal records.
So, what matchups are we looking at in this flight?
Well, there are several contested classes here. It looks like the 48s is one of those. There are only 5 kilos separating the bronze and silver medal in the 48 kilos. It looks like the gold medal is pretty much wrapped up. $53 kilos, there are 2 lifters. Looks like that's really pretty set. 44 kilos, there are 2 lifters.
Come on, let's go, Taylor.
And that one looks pretty locked up as well. So the contest in this flight is for the bronze medal in the 48 kilo class. Taylor Guerrero is a lifter. At least that's what my board says. Looks like they're loading 85 kilos on the bar, so that must be for Lewis Braley.
Nice easy opener for Lewis.
3 white lights, no doubt because of the very cool Spider-Man singlet. 85 kilos for Brixton. 187-pound deadlift for Brixton Mazels.
Brixton's got 1 black sock, 1 white sock. I don't know if that's a fashion statement or a fashion faux pas.
Yeah, perhaps he wore the other pair yesterday.
And the leg is good.
3 white lights for Brixton. Bar moves up to 92.5 kilos for Dalton Lang. 203-pound opening attempt. 48 kilo lifter. He pulls that up comfortably, 3 white lights. $92.5 remains on the bar for Cameron Randolph. Sitting at gold medal position. Looks like he is unopposed in the 59s. No, he's not actually. But he's handily in control. Member of the Junior National Honor Society. Bar moves to 107.5. Elijah Horstman is the lifter. 237 opener. He is our final deadlift opener in Flight A. Three white lights. Moving to the second round, top of the order. Brian Marquez will take 37.5 again. He missed it by youthful exuberance. He made 2 attempts at it. When he tensioned the bar, he picked it up off the ground. I see his coach over there saying, just do it one time.
There he goes.
One time he gets it. 3 white lights. He's on the board. We talked about the precision of youth lifting, Mike, and I said with my fingers crossed, nobody has bombed out in this meet, and we are into the second to the last flight. Everybody is in the meet so far all day today.
Very good. Odin takes 47.5 kilos for a ride and gets 2 white lights.
2 white lights. Good lift.
Odin's got a lot of fans watching online.
And right here in the front row. $85 kilos on the bar. Jaden Peters is your lifter, 187 pounds. Sitting in second place in a 48 class. Looks like he has pretty much wrapped that. Did a little bit of work there, still got 3 white lights. Weight remains at 85 kilos. Taylor Guerrero is your lifter. Kilos didn't quite go. That was a 10-kilo jump, but what looked like happened to him, Mike, is it looked like when he hit the weight, it rolled away from him, and it makes it considerably heavier when it's out in front of you, not touching your legs. 90 kilos for Lewis Braley, 198 pounds. There you go, 3 white lights.
Bar stays the same for Brixton with 90 kilos.
Brixton is sitting in first place, and it looks like that's where he's going to stay in the 44-kilo class. Judges like it, 2-1. Good lift. Dalton Lang is your lifter. 102.5. He makes a 10-kilo jump from his opener. pulled it up, looked pretty strong at the lockout, gets 3 white lights.
Bar stays the same for Cam and Randolph.
Cameron is in first place in the 59 kilo class.
One hand under the bar, one hand over the bar. Watch. One hand under the bar, one hand over the bar. See that? One under, one over.
Successful second attempt for Cameron. Bar goes to 112.5 kilos for Elijah.
Someone asked on the live stream, Mike, how old these lifters. This is the youth division, and USA Powerlifting lifters may participate from 8 years of age to 13 years of age. So this particular session is the U3 lifters, 12 and 13 years of age. He was pulling double overhand there, Mike, which is painful and difficult on your thumbs. A lot of lifters who have a weightlifting background, though, do that and do it successfully.
Seems like a lot of the elite deadlifters do that too.
It's getting much more popular. There was a time when the only people you saw doing double overhand were people with very large hands, but seems like people are working on it more and getting to be more successful, and so you see it in the smaller classes more now as well. The other thing I would say is that the bars are much better than they ever have been as well. So there he is. Brian Marquez wins a silver medal in the 59 kilo class. As he comes off, Gino raises his hand. Odin Hansen is up now, 55 kilos on his final deadlift attempt. In third place in the 48 kilo class. He pulls it up.
That looked too easy to be a third attempt.
Yeah, it did.
Oh.
It was no lift, and I think, Mike, you went out there and raised the bar before he started.
Yep.
Taylor Guerrero is your lifter, 85 kilos on the bar for him. 187. He's lifting in the 53 kilo class. He is projected and will remain the silver medalist in the 53 kilo class.
Puts that weight down with authority. Gets 3 white lights.
Yep. 92.5 on the bar. Jaden Peters is your lifter, 203-pound deadlift attempt. He is under 105 pounds.
It's a little bit too heavy that time.
Yes, it was. He got 85 kilos on his second, though. Finishes with the silver medal in the 48 class. Lewis Braley is up now, 92.5 on the bar as well, sitting in second place in the 44 class, where he will remain. He pulls it up. Judges like it, 3 white lights. 92.5 remains on the bar. Brixton Mazels is your lifter. He will get the gold medal in the 44 kilo class.
But will he go 9 for 9?
Looks that way. Looking good. He made a 2.5 kilo jump from his second to his third. I'd bet on him, I think. Let's see what the judges say. May have dove under the bar just a little bit. A little bit hard to tell.
Yep.
And the judges called that. Ducked his knees under the bar.
He leaned forward and rested it on his thighs, popped it off his thighs. You can't rest it on your thighs.
107.5 on the bar for Dalton Lang,
Well, support it on the thighs. Give him around.
your gold medalist at 48.
Bars loaded, Dalton, 237.
Dalton also is looking to go 9 for 9 here.
Yes, he is. 5 kilo jump for him. This is within his range. But not today. That's what you want to see, though, Mike. He left it all out there, gave it his best shot. Just a little bit too heavy today. 110 on the bar for Cameron Randolph. He pulled 102.5 on his second. 242 for his final attempt. He is in first place in the 59s, where he will remain. Looks like that was easy enough. Judges agree. 3 white lights. Our final deadlift in the first flight, 117.5. Elijah Horseman is a lifter. 259-pound deadlift attempt here. He's in the gold medal position in the 53s. Is this going to be a 9 for 9 day for him, Mike?
I believe he missed his bench, opening bench.
Double overhand pull. Way strong, shrugs it at the top. Good lift, 2 to 1. In our final flight, opening lift, 60 kilos for Heath Gross. We're on a downhill stretch of the 2019 USA Powerlifting Youth Nationals.
I believe we're in the fairway of the 18th hole at this point.
Yes, we are. £132 opening attempt for Heath Gross. He is sitting in second place in the 74 kilo class.
Who do we have for matchups here? What weight classes are contested here?
Well, there are 3 lifters in the 105s. It looks like they're really pretty much locked into where they are. There are 2 in the 74s. It looks like it's not a hotly contested class. The 83, the 93, and the 66 are uncontested. So it looks like, provided everyone makes their opener, they really are where they are, lifting for the glory.
That was a very easy opener for Heath with 60 kilos.
Yes, it was. 3 white light attempt. He is going against, in the 74 kilo class, Ty Gengis, who is 2 lifters out. Looks like he took an easy opening attempt to protect that silver medal. Jimmy Wright is up, 82.5, 181 pounds.
Bars loaded, Jimmy Wright, 182.
Jimmy's also using a double overhand grip.
Very easy opening attempt for him as well. We talked about him playing football. He looks like a kid who's done a whole lot of power cleans. Looked very comfortable with that double overhand grip. Ty Dingus is up now, 92.5 kilos for him. With this attempt, he will be your gold medalist in the 74 kilo class, barring catastrophe. Looked like an easy enough attempt. The judges agree. 3 white lights for Ty. Aaron Lamastro is up now, 110 on the bar for his opener. He is in second place in the 105s. Looks to me like that's where he is.
Aaron gets 3 white lights with 110 kilos.
Easy opening attempt. A few more to go, but they're all making their opening attempts with no trouble. 115 on the bar for Logan Gillespie, 253 pounds. Good lift for Logan Gillespie. Bar moves to 120 for Anthony Wingate, 264 pounds. Lifting into 66s uncontested today. With this lift, he will be your national champion. And there he is walking off, winning what I believe is his first national championship. Nicholas Sundin, 130 on the bar for Nicholas, 286 pounds, 83 kilo lifter. With this, you'll have a 342.5 kilo total, respectable for Team 1 lifters. A lot of these guys, Mike, are going to age into the Teen 1s this year and are going to present some significant competition to the boys that are already in there.
I agree
Good
with
lift.
you. Good lift, 3 white lights.
Jaden Miller, 142.5, 314 pound opening attempt for Jaden. With this lift, I believe he will be your 105 gold medalist. He pulls it up, judges say. Good lift.
3 white lights.
Your final opening attempt, Marcus Galindo, 160, 352 on the bar. You'll remember that he squatted 2 American records today, 170.5 and then 181. 399 pound squat. He's opening his deadlift with 352 pounds.
Easy, strong lockout.
We'll see if he's going to pull an American record in the deadlift today.
So just give him 3 white lights.
Up to the top of the order, second attempts. Heath Gross opened at 60 kilos. He jumped an enormous 27.5 kilos. 87.5 kilos is 192 pounds.
We officially made it through the meet with 0 bomb outs.
Yes, we have.
I was just double checking.
That's the hallmark of youth lifting, I think. A lot of older lifters could learn something here in terms of technical proficiency. Pulling with that double overhand grip. Looks like he lost his balance right at the top. And that was no lift for him. Fired it off the floor, but lost his balance when he pulled it up. 97.5 on the bar for Jimmy Wright, 214 pounds. Your bronze medalist at 105. Two for three in the deadlift. 105 on the bar. Ty Dingus is your lifter. Makes a significant jump, 12.5 kilos to 231 pounds. He pulls that up. The judges give him 3 white lights.
I agree with you on the significant jump, but how much more room does he have for his third is the question.
2.5, maybe 5 more. But he is in the driver's seat. He is the national champion this year at 74 kilos. So I guess it would be personal record time for him. Aaron Lamastro is up now, 122.5 for him, 270 pounds. Your silver medalist at 105. Pulls it up easily, has a whole lot more left there in the tank. And waiting for the judges, but looked good from our table. Yes, it was 3 white lights. 127.5 for Anthony Wingate, 281 pounds. More second attempt. We'll go into the final round after that and wrap up this 2019 USA Powerlifting Youth Nationals. Easily pulled up.
Rewarded with 3 white lights from the referees.
137.5 goes on the bar. Logan Gillespie is your lifter. He's lifting at 93. Looks like he is in second. I thought the 93s were uncontested, but I overlooked Marcus Galindo. He's significantly out in front of everybody. He pulls that 303 pounds. And judges say three white lights. 142.5, Nicholas Sundin, 314 pounds, your national champion at 83 kilos. Not so much weight for him today.
Looks like he's coasting his way to a national championship.
I think he is. But some days you got to get them all in. This is where good lifters get the chance to test out things. And one of the things about coming to nationals, and there are obviously some lifters here who are significantly better than others, but if you lift in a national championship, and lifters I coach, I always encourage to, even if they have no chance of medaling, because you come home and you're 10% better just watching the competition and participating in this level. And when next year, when these lifters lift, they're going to be considerably better for having been here.
Three white lights for Jaden Miller.
Yeah, that was a 20-kilo jump, Mike.
Wow. Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. If you have the opportunity to participate at a national championship, you will get better just by going and learning what other people are doing.
170.5 on the bar. This must be an American record. Marcus Galindo is your lifter. 375.89 pound American record attempt.
Following the same jump he did on his squats earlier today.
Yes, he is. He got that. He jumped 10.5 kilos. A little bit slow at the floor, but popped it up after that. 3 white lights and the new American record. Moving back to the top of the order, Heath Gross, 87.5 kilos. We are in the final attempts of the final flight of the final session of the 2019 USA Powerlifting Youth National Championships. Cleaning off the bar for him. In USA Powerlifting rules, every lifter gets a clean bar on the 3rd attempt, giving them the maximum opportunity to pull up their final attempt. And here he is. He missed this. On his 2nd attempt, he lost his balance at the top. Struggled just a bit for balance there, but held it and got 3 white lights. $110 on the bar. Ty Dingus is your lifter. He will be your gold medalist at 74 kilos. He was making a 5-kilo jump to his final deadlift attempt. Stuck a little bit at the floor. It's been a long day here. Ty walks away with the gold medal in the 74-kilo class. 135 on the bar for Anthony Wingate. 7.5-kilo jump. He's followed that same strategy, Mike, from 1st to 2nd, 2nd to 3rd. Lifting at 66 kilos, going to go home with a gold medal and a national championship at Youth Nationals.
He has an opportunity to go from 9 for 9 here, too.
Will be one of the few.
California state record, Anthony Wingate, 298.
Pulls it up. We'll see what the judges call. Looks like he may have ramped it just a little bit, and he gets it. 2-1. He gets a new California state record.
It's a very borderline lift, but he got lucky to get it.
Sometimes it goes your way and sometimes not so much, as unfortunately the Saints found out here last weekend.
Hey, I'd rather be lucky than good any day.
There you have it. Aaron Lamastro, final deadlift, 303 pounds. Silver medalist at 105. Pretty rough looking lift, but let's see what the judges say. No lift. Up and down on the bar. But you got to say, Mike, they're leaving it all out here, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're trying their best.
147 on the bar for Jimmy Wright. 105 kilo bronze medalist. He's actually moving up to second place with this attempt. So this is a pull. He's made a 50 kilo jump from second to third. He's trying to move from the bronze to the silver. No reason not to, because no one's going to catch him from behind. This is a 50 kilo jump, Mike. Pulling for the silver.
Wow, he's leaving it all out.
Yep, nothing to lose. Might as well go for it.
And unfortunately, I think we left the magnets on the floor.
Yep. It's kind of like the roulette wheel there in the casino in Biloxi, isn't it?
Yeah.
You step on the pedal, the magnets turn on.
That's only rumor.
Logan Gillespie, 155 on the bar for Logan. 93 kilo class. Silver medalist. He will remain in the silver medal position. Pulling 341. Breaks the floor with it, but can't finish it. Another lifter left it all out there. There are 3 attempts left. 165 on the bar for Nicholas Sundin. He's making it 22.5 kilo jump. He is uncontested. He will be your 83 kilo national champion. Looking for a record of some sort, personal record.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah,
that could have been an opener, I think. 3 white lights. 2 attempts to go, 170 on the bar. Jaden Miller is your lifter, 374-pound final attempt at 105. Here he is, American record. Gino just announced it's a record in the deadlift. It's a record in the total at 105. And he is your national champion at 105. He's got it moving. He locks it easily. And judges say yes, that is a new American record in deadlift, in total, and he walks away with the national championship. Final deadlift of the 2019 USA Powerlifting Youth Nationals. 181.5 on the bar, 400.14 pounds for Marcus Galindo. He set the American record in the squat. 400-pound deadlift, American record attempt. The crowd here in Lafayette, ballroom is full. People are on their feet. They want to see a 400-pound deadlift to finish this competition. I'm thinking the Teen 1 lifters are going to be worried next year.
I think they are.
400-pound final deadlift attempt of this Nationals.
And to go possibly 9 for 9 here too.
Wow. Just like that. American record, national championship, 9 for 9 day.
That was amazing.
Yep.
What a day! What a way to finish the day.
Hugs all around, and that's the way to end the Youth Nationals. For those of you watching online, thank you. We've had a great meet here in Lafayette, Louisiana. 2019 Youth Nationals. Mike and I are signing off. We'll have awards in just a minute for you.
like your attention for a moment. I'd like to introduce you to an individual that flew all the way here from Anchorage, Alaska, to be part of the Youth Nationals. He is a former International Powerlifting Federation world champion, best lifter in the world. He is a Category 1 international referee.
Go behind the platform.
Category 1 international referee. He is the only husband and wife right over here, who by the way is a 17-time world champion, a little more than him. Husband and wife that are both in the International Powerlifting Hall of Fame, and he is the president of the USA Powerlifting Organization. Ladies and gentlemen, he's a forensic psychologist. That means he knows what you're thinking before you know what you're thinking. Big round of applause for our president, Dr. Larry Bailey.
What I really wanted to say was, I'd like to thank you all. We have enjoyed your hospitality here. The people here are great. What we really appreciate is the fact that I look out here and I see that the ballroom is full, and I watch, as I was doing the live stream today, you supported every lifter who came out here, and that really is what USA Powerlifting is about. So thank you again. We appreciate the fact that you invited us here. We wanted to come back to Louisiana for a long time. We had the high school nationals here, women's nationals here, and high school nationals will be again in April. Please attend if you would. Youth lifting. Youth lifting really is the future of powerlifting for us. You saw some amazing, wonderful performances here today. What a way to end it with an American record 400-pound deadlift. Please give that young man. We expect him to lift in the D1 division, and I have to tell you that they're scared. I'd like to thank our meet director, Travis Warner, for putting on this event. We asked him to host this event. He said, I don't know what to do about that, but I'll give it a try, and I think he gave it a hell of a try. Great meet. The referees who sat here all day long at their own time and their own expense make this possible. Please give them a round of applause. All of the other referee staff as well, you didn't see them out here, but they were in fact, we were running a scoring table, also donating their time to make this meet possible. The spotters and loaders didn't drop a bar all day long. Please give them a hand. And finally, and most importantly, this is all about the lifters. They came out here. Youth lifting is, as I said, the future, and what you saw today was not one bomb out. Everybody finished the meet today. You older lifters out there in the crowd, you need to pay attention, but that these people are coming for you. Thank you again. It was a great time. We were happy to be here. We hope you come back in the future.
I just want to say two things. First, again, Travis, thank you for answering the request to put on a national meet here. Everybody, please give him that. And of course, fans, please, we want to see your kids out there on social media. If you're on Instagram, tag us, do the mention at USA Powerlifting, hashtag USA Powerlifting and USAPL. We want to share your stories. We want to show the world out there what your kids can do. We're really proud of them. So thank you. Oh, we forgot.
Thank you, Gino.
Everybody, please give Gino a big applause. Every single heartbeat said yes when I asked him to come down here and announce for you guys and cheer on your children.
Okay. Now let's get to the important stuff, the medals for these kids. Handing out the medals in this session, ladies and gentlemen. He runs a lot of meets down here in Louisiana. He is a national referee. He competes for the United States of America at a lot of world competitions. Like I told you before, he could pull 832 pounds off the floor. 832. Big round of applause for Gary, Foxy, Kilo, Bailey. All right, let's get to our first category. Men, 12 to 13 years of age, 44 kilo weight class. The silver medal winner, Lewis Braley. And the gold medal winner, a big round of applause for Brixton Basil. Come on, Brixton, get up there. All right, Bob, so you flank him. Shoulder to shoulder, you flank him. There we go. Go to the center. Give him another round of applause. All right, next category. 48 kilo weight class. Bronze medal winner, Odin Hansen. Silver medal winner, Jaden Peters. And the gold medal winner, Dalton Ladd. All right, thank you, fellas. 53 kilo weight class, silver medal winner, Taylor Guerrero. Silver. Is that a silver? And the gold medal winner, Elijah Horstman. One more round of applause for these fine young guys. 59 kilo weight class, silver medal winner, Brian Marquez. And the gold medal winner, Cameron Randolph. kilo weight class. Silver medal winner, Heath Gross. Gold medal winner, Ty Natchez. One more round of applause. All right, thank you, gentlemen. That's all there is. 83 kilo weight class, gold medal winner, Nicholas Sundin. Give him another round of applause. Oh, very nice. All right, thank you, Dave. That's all. They like it. They like the stuff on it, don't they? 93 kilo weight class, silver medal winner, Logan Gillespie. And the gold medal winner, Marcus Galindo. One more round of applause. 105. Kilo weight class. Bronze medal winner, Jimmy Wright. Silver medal winner, Aaron Monastro. And the gold medal winner, Jaden Miller. All right, folks, feel free to come on up to the banner, either one, USA Powerlifting or the Youth National banner, and audience take a photo with your lifters.